Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is May 19th, 2023, and now that Barcelona have officially won La Liga, they have started working on the contract renewal of Xavi Hernandez. Also, it's reported that Bayern Munich are currently tracking the situation of Alejandro Balde. And finally, it's reported that Leo Messi is starting to get a little bit impatient about the process of Barcelona signing him. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and a quick reminder that May 25th will be Barca News' first year anniversary, and in order to commemorate that occasion and in order to show you that my appreciation for all the support that this channel has been getting since its inception, I will be raffling not one, not two, but 3 Barcelona jerseys. And in order for you to participate in this raffle, all you have to do is number 1, subscribe to the channel, and number 2, send an email with your name and an address to the email address that's down below in the description. And then on the 25th, I will be picking the winner from those emails. And since I already have your name and address, I will be able to ship you your jersey in case you win. Now I'll begin with the news that La Liga's champions are officially back to training in preparation for tomorrow's match that will be against Real Sociedad at the Spotify Camp Nou, where it's expected that La Liga will officially hand Barcelona La Liga's trophy. Now, Barcelona have announced a list of players that will be participating in tomorrow's match, and those players are Marc Ter Stegen, Sergio Busquets, Ousmane Dembélé, Robert Lewandowski, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Iñaki Peña, Andreas Christensen, Marcos Alonso, Jordi Alba, Frank Kessie, Sergio Roberto, Frankie de Jong, Rafinha, Jules Koundé, Eric Garcia, Alejandro Balde, Astralaga, and Pablo Torre. Now, 3 key players are currently missing from that squad list. Number 1 is, of course, Xavi, who did receive his 10th yellow card in the match against Espanyol. And as a result, he will be serving a 1-match suspension against Real Sociedad. And there's also 2 more exclusions out of that list, which are Ronald Araujo, who the club have confirmed that has suffered a calf injury, and finally Pedri, who the club have confirmed that he's currently having a thigh injury. Now, bad news for Barcelona in regards to the injuries, but thankfully we've already clinched La Liga title. And in the pre-match press conference, Xavi spoke about winning this title when he said, "We are very happy and proud. Tomorrow's game is to be enjoyed and celebrated in front of our fans. The parade was extraordinary. People had the need to celebrate things after COVID and years without important titles. We want to finish La Liga with good feelings and winning. We have pending objectives and we want to achieve them, such as being the team with the fewest goals scored, or Robert's Pichichi." So Xavi Hernandez confirming what I said in a previous video, that even though Barcelona have won La Liga title, they are not going to slow down because they do want to finish the season strong. Xavi wants to win with as many points as possible. And of course, there are 1 more record to achieve, which is ending the season with the fewest goals possible. And of course, there is Robert Lewandowski's Pichichi Award for the top scorer in La Liga, where Robert is currently sitting first with 21 goals, with Karim Benzema sitting in second place with 17 goals. Now, of course, being that Barcelona are gonna be playing against Real Sociedad, who have Xavi's favorite option to replace Busquets in the pivot position, who is Zubimendi. Of course, the press asked Xavi about the player, and he said, "I like all of Real. Imanol does an extraordinary job. They look a bit like our style. Zubimendi is an extraordinary pivot. He wins duels, understands the game, with and without the ball. He is extraordinary." So Xavi Hernandez not hiding his absolute admiration for Zubimendi as a player, because as you already know, Xavi would love to have Zubimendi on his team in place of Sergio Busquets in that pivot position. But of course, given his prohibitive release clause worth 60 million euros, it's going to be very difficult for Barcelona to sign him. So instead, Barcelona are working on signing Sofiane Amrabat. Now, as I reported in yesterday's video, Barcelona organized a celebratory dinner to celebrate clinching La Liga title, where all the players of the first squad, the coaching staff and all of their families were invited to, and where Joan Laporta gave an encouraging speech that we now know what the contents of the speech was. Now, Joan Laporta told everyone present, "Congratulations to the true architects of what is happening today at the club, which are the players and the coaching staff headed by Xavi. You have achieved a historic league that will always be remembered because Barcelona fans were in need of titles. And in addition to bringing joy back to Barcelona fans, we began to win titles, and this is very important for the club. You have achieved it with your talent, effort, and commitment. It has been a very hard-working season, and as president and also on behalf of my fellow board members, I want to thank you. If the priority objective this season was the league, next year we will aspire to more. And be it on the pitch or wherever, I'm sure things will get better." Now, Joan Laporta thanking all the players and the coaching staff for winning La Liga title, because as I said in Monday's live stream, winning this title was more than just about winning a trophy. It's about what it meant for the club and the fans in this whole new era, because the last 4 years were very dark in the history of Barcelona, starting with the pandemic, with the resignation of Josep Maria Bartomeu and his board of directors, with Barcelona being very close to financial collapse, and of course with the sacking of the coaches such as Valverde, Koeman, and Quique Setién, and finally with the arrival of the new board of directors, Xavi Hernandez, and the new players, and the beginning of this new era, the post-Messi era, if you may, even though it looks like Messi could be coming back next season. Now, speaking of Xavi Hernandez, it's reported that now that Barcelona have won La Liga title, they have started working on extending the contract of the Spanish coach. Now, Joan Laporta made it very clear even before Barcelona won La Liga that even if Barcelona didn't win any trophies this season, that he still wanted to renew Xavi Hernandez because he fully trusted him and trusted what he was doing with this new project. However, Xavi said that he didn't want to think about contract renewal yet because he was focused on winning La Liga and finalizing the season as strong as possible. Well, now that Barcelona have won La Liga title, it's reported that Barcelona have began on extending Xavi's contract, which does expire in the summer of 2024. And it seems that Barcelona want to extend it until 2026. And it's also reported that Xavi is not gonna be negotiating with the club an increase in his salary or anything like that. He is gonna accept whatever money that the club throw his way because Xavi understands the reality of the club and he doesn't want to inconvenience them as far as their finances. Now, speaking of contract renewals, it's reported that Bayern Munich are currently tracking the situation of Alejandro Balde and his contract renewal with Barcelona. Now, Alejandro Balde's contract will expire in the summer of 2024, and of course, Barcelona are working on extending the contract of the left back. And it's reported that Bayern Munich are currently circling or trying to figure out what's going on with Alejandro Balde, because if Balde does not renew with Barcelona, it's reported that the Bundesliga club are gonna be ready to pounce to try to take away that 18-year-old fullback. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's absolutely no possibility of this happening. Alejandro Balde wants to stay in Barcelona. Barcelona want to keep Alejandro Balde in the club. And in fact, it's reported that the whole contract renewal agreement is complete. Everything is agreed to, and the only thing pending is the signature of the parties, which of course it cannot happen until Barcelona receive the official green light from La Liga in regards to the feasibility plan. So there's no way that Bayern Munich will be able to take Alejandro Balde unless somehow, some way Alejandro Balde changes his mind overnight and decides to leave the club. But of course, that doesn't seem to be the case. And what I really think about this report is that most likely this is Bayern Munich firing back at Barcelona, because for the past few days, there's been a lot of talks about Barcelona trying to sign Joshua Kimmich away from Bayern Munich. So I think this was Bayern Munich's response by leaking a report in the media that they're interested in taking Alejandro Balde away from Barcelona. But of course, there's absolutely no truth to any of these claims. Alejandro Balde will be staying in Barcelona, and Joshua Kimmich will be staying in the Bundesliga. Now we will end today's video with the news that it seems that Leo Messi is getting a little bit impatient in regards to his signing by Barcelona. Now, reporters in Argentina who are very close to Messi's entourage are reporting that Messi and his family are very surprised that as of today, there hasn't been much progress in regards to his signing with Barcelona, because as I mentioned before, Barcelona do want to sign Leo Messi, and it seems that the Argentinian wants to come back to what has always been his home. Now, I also reported in a previous video that Jean Laporta had reached out to Leo Messi in order to smooth things over, because for many months there was talks that Leo Messi wasn't going to come back to Barcelona unless Jean Laporta reached out to him, because that relationship had deteriorated due to the circumstances of the Argentinian's exit. Now, as of today, Barcelona are still interested in signing Leo Messi, and Messi is still willing to wait for the Blaugrana club. But of course, Barcelona are not going to be able to make an official offer until they receive the official green light from La Liga in regards to the feasibility plan. And it seems that Barcelona were expecting that official green light this week. But now that this week is almost over, then that official green light will most likely be coming early next week. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, Visca Barça.